Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your February 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, so Aries, a lot of messages coming through prior in meditation here for you. A few things right off the bat I want to tune into for you is I'm getting here that it's okay to not feel okay. Okay, so some of you may have been recently struggling with a situation, or you may have recently dealt with something in your career, in your health, or in your finances or your relationships that may have been a little bit of a struggle. And the first thing I heard out was it's okay to not feel okay. So some of you may suppress those emotions. Some of you may even put them on hold. You may freeze them, because another image that I was getting as well is I was getting a snow angel. When you go out into the snow and you make an angel, I feel that, some of you may have certainly done that or seen that, but I feel intuitively it is about things thawing out. If they felt a little bit stuck, frozen, or even ice cold to the touch, you weren't able to maybe access it at that time. I do feel that things are starting to look upward for you. So really beautiful energy. And I love this. As I said that, we have the Axe card, and this is all about a breakthrough for you. So we'll dive into the categories here of health, wealth, and abundance, and anything else that wants to show up for you, Aries. They're telling me one more with this deck, okay, with the breakthrough. They want to clarify that breakthrough. Yeah, there it is, something that was not available to you. So again, if you didn't have access, maybe you were rejected from a job, or there was a relationship, or just a situation that felt a little bit tumultuous or toxic for some of you, I do sense that things are starting to open up. Some of you, this could even be your own heart chakra. So again, we will dive into health, wealth, and abundance and whatever else shows up. Please do see the disclaimer. I'm just going to give you what I'm feeling intuitively as well before we pull the cards. I do feel a lot with that heart chakra, especially if something has been shut down, closed out, if there may have been a little bit of resentment, bitterness, because I do feel a little bit of that Four of Cups energy where you may have felt like you missed out on an opportunity, but now there's new opportunities on the horizon, especially as you have these breakthrough moments. There's new golden opportunities coming in here for you. You do have the Sun card. This is the only one I can see here, but I do feel that there is a new beginning. So it may be that an ending has to happen for you, whether it's an old way of thinking, an ending of a relationship, or some sort of career choice that you make that is going to be the catalyst that pushes you forward into a new direction here. So again, we could see a 10 out here on the board. We could see even the 8 of Cups, wanting to move forward into something that's a lot more fruitful. I am getting a little bit of challenging energy again, because in the very beginning I was getting that it's okay to not be okay, but you're finally starting to take a leap in a new direction. So let's see what we have out here for you. There's that Four of Cups. So that Four of Cups is about new opportunities, as we talked about. So I really love to see that showing up here. What else? There's that Three of Swords. So there was that feeling in the very beginning of it's okay to not be okay, Aries, because now you're opening up. I love this. All right, what else do we have out here? There's the Hermit energy. Some of you may have been feeling a little bit isolated, but you've been seeking some help, whether internally from your spiritual team, your ancestors, angels, loved ones. You've been really going within and connecting to your higher self, or if you haven't done that for quite some time, I feel like you're being called to do so. And then we have the Star card. Really wonderful. I love this showing up, especially in your abundance category here. So let's dive in and see what is on the table for you. So the key themes, we have healing, and we also have a belief system. So some of you are really shattering an old way of thinking. Now, it's quite interesting that this is coming up, because in prior meditation here, I was getting that some of you may feel exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, Aries, where you don't want to work every single day of your life. That's not what you've come here on earth to do, right? You've come here to have these experiences, but sometimes we have the mentality, or we have to constantly work every single day, sometimes 2 or 3 jobs. For what? For us to get excited about Friday or Saturday or Sunday to roll around, where we have a couple of hours or a couple of days to relax. Some of you are really taking a look at that belief system and saying, it's not working for me. And that's why a lot of you may already be entrepreneurs. You may have already opened your heart up to a new way of doing things, because your main chakra here is the crown chakra. This is located in that crown, the head region, and it is your divine portal for energy from source, from spirit, from God, universe, whatever you want to call your higher power. But this is all about you opening up to a new way of thinking and being. So some of you may say, yes, but Melissa, I was taught I have to work hard in order to get what I want. No, I'm not saying that you don't have to work hard, but you also don't have to run yourself into the ground every single day, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in order to live the life that you want. And you're realizing that you don't have to do that either, even if that's something you've always had to do, even if that's what society tells you have to do. There's a new paradigm shift here. And this is about you taking a look at the belief systems that you have within. This is about you taking those limiting beliefs that maybe you've had since childhood, since, when you were born. You could tie into family conditions, things of that nature, where you're really taking a look and healing from some of those root issues. Now, when it does come to health, I feel that some of you may have even struggled with some issues with the eyes, the ears, the head. This could even be migraines. It could be headaches. This could have been fog, mental fog, memory loss, imbalance, where you get up and tend to maybe struggle a little bit, vertigo, things of that nature, mental exhaustion. And that literally is in that mental, that brain region, because some of you may have not felt like you were living your purpose. Things are about to change here for you. Now, I'm also getting, if you've been feeling a little bit more restless, that's because there's a new opportunity coming in here for you. And some of you may have actually felt some of those ascension symptoms, which can be ringing in the ears. It can be a little bit of the pressure to the third eye. It can at times feel like sinusitis or congestion in the head region as well. So that can be ascension symptoms of great change happening and your body ascending from that old energy into the new. Sometimes we need to shed. And with everything, just like snakes, just like the cycles of life, everything needs to shed the old to make way for new. And that's what I was feeling prior as well. So taking a look at this Four of Cups, this is all about a new opportunity. In the past, you may have felt depressed, self-absorbed. You felt like you wanted to reach out. You weren't quite sure how to, or the ego self said, nah, just sit back. You can do everything yourself, right? But this is about a new opportunity coming in for you, Aries, one that's solid, one that is going to align you with your truth, with your soul purpose. Because I do sense that when it comes to wealth, some of you felt like you were a little bit isolated. You had to either run in the rat race, or some of you may have went through some sort of loss, foreclosure. You've maybe even, I'm getting here, theft. You may have felt like you were robbed, either physically or maybe robbed of your time, energy, efforts, or even creative ideas. And it left you feeling a little bit isolated here. So backing up, in the category of health, things are definitely shifting. I mean, you have the Sun card here. This is the card of happiness. It is the card of abundance, good health, good life, enjoying what is right in front of you. Some of you have also started some new practices. I'm getting mindful practices, especially with the crown chakra. You may have started journaling. You may have created a gratitude journal, or you have started to meditate, do yoga, things of that nature. You certainly could have done more on the physical, such as detoxing from certain foods, sugars, drinks, situations, environments that were no longer serving you, Aries. Keep going in that direction because you are raising your vibration. Look at that. And it's straight from that heart area that I was feeling earlier. And it's boom, right into her heart and her solar plexus. And that is that sun. So you're being lifted up. This is time for you to shine your light. And you're realizing that not only is it's coming into you, but it's coming out of you. So you're realizing that you are this light. You are that lighthouse. And lighthouses, and I just read this the other day, and I think it pertains to this situation. Lighthouses don't have to go chasing for boats. Okay, lighthouses, they're not running around on the water. They're not, chasing and wanting a boat to come near them. All they have to do is shine that light, open themselves up to it, and the boats find them. So that may be very important for some of you, regardless of what it is you're going through. This light is shining, and that's where these new opportunities beckon, right? And I'm not saying you don't have to do the work. You don't have to chase them. But what you do need to do is do the work on your inner self so that light can shine bright, right, Aries? This is very powerful. So when it comes to wealth here, you do have, again, the Three of Swords, but I feel that you are opening up to new ways. This is the Four of Pentacles. What's happening is your belief systems are being challenged, which is wonderful, but it takes work, okay? I'm not going to lie and say that you can just say a few affirmations and boom, $10,000 is going to land in your lap. But it can be as simple as doing the work when it comes to looking at the root of the cause, root of maybe scarcity or poverty mindset, taking a look at conditioning or things that may have been difficult in your past, but it's okay to go back there and realize that things are different this time around, that you don't have to go relive that cycle, that you don't have to be in that scarcity or poverty conscious mindset, that you have that light where you can attract opportunities instead of maybe in the past, your belief or your thought was, I need to go chasing those boats. Okay, this is about you trusting in your higher power here. Taking a look at your self-talk as well. That's very important. And I try to teach that often because so many times we don't realize that voice that's constantly on play, right? There's no stop button when it comes to that inner voice that's constantly telling us what we should do, how to observe. It can be judging, it can be criticizing, it can be positive, it can be negative. It doesn't take sides, but it doesn't stop talking. But it's important for us to make sure that the voice, because what that voice is there for is to help us feel in control of our world and help us understand, help us process. But when we can take a look at that inner voice and we're saying to ourselves, oh, I'm noticing that I'm judging or criticizing this situation. How can I look at it from a new perspective? I may be looking at money as evil. I may be looking at an opportunity through the eyes of fear. When you look at it through the eyes of the soul here, it really is a game changer for you, Aries. So I like that this is showing up. Now, it may be that you have to take a little bit of time for yourself, a little bit of solitude, especially for those of you that are working a couple of jobs or you are grinding, hustling, you're feeling exhausted mentally, physically, spiritually. This is about you getting back in tune with who you are on a soul level. Now, some of you may be saying, Melissa, I don't have time for that. I have children. I have a business to run. I have to do the grocery shopping. I have another 9-to-5 job. That's okay that you have those things. But part of doing the work is allowing yourself to be a top priority, okay? And sometimes we forget that we should be our own number one. And when we set everything else in front of ourselves in our own higher power, that we're going to continue running in that cycle, running in that pattern, okay? We're not going to be open to these new opportunities that are presenting themselves to us every day because you have this beautiful light where you can attract new, you can attract change, but sometimes we get stuck in that comfort zone because that's all we know. I challenge you to think in a new way, Aries. When this Hermit shows up, this is about introspection, self-knowledge. Knowledge is power. And you may have been rejected in the past. You may have felt lonely, or you may have just withdrawn from situations, because I feel that you have been and will continue to do the work here. Now there's something with the bluebirds, blue jays, or communication, because this can be that blue throat chakra as well. I feel like this is you connecting to the divine, which you can see her arms are open. She's sitting in meditation pose. Now you don't have to do that to connect, but I do suggest if you can, get out in nature. Go, they're also showing me a bird sanctuary. Someone may live near a bird sanctuary, or they may meditate by watching the birds at their bird feeder by your home. Please take that as it resonates for you. Now, when it comes to abundance here, you have a lot of really powerful energies. Now, you have the wings and you have the candle. This is about ambition. It is about you taking action. This is about manifesting more money through the form of working smarter, not harder. I enjoy the word hustle here. You can see hustle. However, hustling to create and manifest things that you love, but also being able to take that downtime and enjoy the fruits of your hustle. That's key. That is important. So many times we're constantly grinding and working and hitting the next goal. And when we accomplish the next goal, then what's next? What's next? What's next? This is about you pausing in between and always putting that priority and checking in with your soul. Am I feeling good? Because sometimes we can accomplish the biggest, best things, but when our head hits that pillow at night, we feel that sense of emptiness. And if you're feeling that, ask yourself, is the hustle of what I am doing worth it? Because I feel that a lot of you are thinking of finding new solutions to regenerating income or many different income sources, or finding how you can make your money work for you. Okay, this is about management, high rank, visibility. If you are wanting to shine that light out there and get noticed, it's certainly happening for you in all areas, whether it's love, whether it is career, whether it is your health. This is about you shining that light. Management here I'm getting. I just heard management. So some of you may be in a management role, or you may be taking your business to the next level. There's a higher rank coming in here, and I feel like it's important for you to take this new opportunity. You may be fearful of taking this opportunity. You may say, but what if I don't like the people? Or what if it's too much for me? You'll know if it is a higher management position and it's something that is stressing you out. Give yourself some time to adjust, because yes, change can feel a little bit stressful. But as you start to get into the flow of things, you have what it takes. So the fear could be you hitting that upper limit. And then sometimes we don't say yes to an opportunity because we fear we're not capable. You are absolutely capable. Chase those dreams, but make sure you're checking in with yourself and not exhausting yourself along the way. We have wings here, rising above money issues. Aries, this is about your business taking off. It is about profiting. Some of you, this is spiritual work, life purpose, and mission. So very powerful energy showing up, where I feel like, again, with that snow angel that I was seeing, something may not have been available to you at that time, but there's a new opportunity, and you may have felt like it was rejection, or you may have closed the door on this opportunity in the past, but it's showing up in a better way. And you're having a breakthrough moment. I love that this axe is showing up for you here, because something that, yes, maybe a relationship failed, or you were let go of a job. Perhaps there was an opportunity that passed you by, or you didn't get the go-ahead. There's divine timing. And sometimes we think that the law of attraction or the universe doesn't have our back because things don't happen the way that we want them to. But sometimes things pass us by because there's something even better waiting for us. And we have to trust. And that's a big piece that a lot of people struggle with, is that trust factor. At a very, very young age, I always knew that I wanted to host or open up a retreat center, a holistic retreat center, or I wanted to bring people together. Now, I didn't set the tone on when that would be, and I didn't set the energy of what exactly that looked like or consisted of, but I always had that dream, and I didn't set any limitations, expectations, but I worked hard, and I had to go through the corporate world, and I had to, do things where sometimes you set them on the back burner, and sometimes things aren't available right then and there, but your dreams can manifest in divine timing when it's right. Sometimes we have to take those stepping stones. We have to do what we need to do with what we have going on around us to either raise family, pay the bills, things of that nature, but your dreams are manifesting here in divine timing. So very important for you to stay in that alignment of whatever your dreams are. Now, when it comes to abundance, you have some beautiful cards out here. So like I said, the 9 of Wands here is about resting, allowing yourself that downtime, because the 9 of Wands can be about the wounded warrior, staying determined, staying motivated, but the 9 of Wands is exhausted, right? They've been through a lot. And so it's very important for you to allow yourself to rest, because some of you may be running on empty. And when you have that rest and reconsider card, it's saying there is a better way of doing things. There's a better approach. Knowledge is power. Research what it is that you want to do. Inspire yourself. Create a vision board, align with the energy of like-minded individuals, take a class, a course, a workshop, study other people that are in your line of work. I'm getting here also, most importantly, go within to make sure that you're still in alignment, that you still have that trust factor and that piece of your belief system, that you believe in yourself, that you're capable of manifesting and having this happen for you. Because remember, life is always happening for us. Rest and reconsider if there's something that you are thinking about. Don't immediately pull the trigger. Don't immediately jump into something without doing your research, is what I'm getting here as well. Some of you have already put your resume out there. You've already launched a new idea. You may have just started working for a new company. This is about awaiting results, because you are, again, just taking a little bit of a pause right now. You may be even going through a 2-week period. If you do get a new job elsewhere, there's a little bit of a break. Allow yourself that break instead of just jumping into the next thing. Same with relationships. If you are recently coming out of a relationship, even though if there may have been an emotional disconnect for quite some time, it is still important for you to take some of that downtime instead of rushing into the next thing here. So I do feel that there is something going on below the surface, which maybe you can see, maybe you can't, but it is building a strong, solid foundation for you, Aries. And when the 7 of Pentacles shows up, this is about you evaluating, reflecting. You're coming really close to this beautiful harvest. I mean, you have the Sun card. It's the best card in the deck. If you've undergone some sort of surgery, therapy, rehabilitation, something of that nature, you're coming really close to gaining that golden apple, which you see here in that heart center. So you're going to see that the fruits of your effort and labor have been paying off. And lastly, you have that Star card. This is all about positivity, guidance, breaking free from the chains. Some of you, this is the chains, the restrictions in your career. For others of you, this is breaking free from a relationship, healing on all levels. This is about recovery, closure. Some of you may be getting Reiki certified or seeing a Reiki or energy worker. This is about support, grief, and working on your health. So 2 healing cards showing up for you. Very, very positive energy regarding health on all levels: mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional. And in the past, you may have just focused on one of those, and you're realizing that on a holistic, broader spectrum here, that in order for you to get the results, you must look at it from all different ways, get to the root of the problem. Sometimes we just get thrown medications, right? Here's a solution, but it's really not. It's a Band-Aid. And you're realizing that that Band-Aid, after, peeling it off many different times, that it's not healing, it's not getting the job done. And you're saying, well, what can I do instead of sticking a Band-Aid on this? I need to find a solution. And that's what you are doing here. You're finding solutions, you're healing, you're going within. The star card is about not giving up on those dreams that you've had for maybe quite some time. This is the energy of hope, inspiration. So you're seeing here that something is working in your favor, especially in the month of February. So let's get a final card from the Wisdom of the Oracle and wrap up your reading. What do we have here for Aries, please? Very powerful reading, Aries. Very powerful month for you. What do we have? Blessed. Oh, I love this. You are so very blessed. Things are starting to work out for you. Again, you may have started a gratitude journal. You may be working more with the law of attraction. You may be focusing on that self-talk in a very positive, inspirational way. Some of you may have recently found a new inspirational leader, a new author, maybe even a new YouTuber. It could be a new therapist, a coach, a mentor. There's someone here that inspires you to really open up and really be that lighthouse. Okay. I don't know who this is for you. It could even be a family member or a friend or a significant other, but I feel that you are very, very grateful of what's showing up for you this month. And you're going to see that there are new opportunities, more than one for a lot of you. And you are so very blessed, Aries. I hope this resonates with you, beautiful souls. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for joining us here on Intuitive Soul Tribe. Lots of love.